Hello and welcome to my channel. This video should be a fairly quick one. Pretty interesting thing happens on ISWA. You may notice first thing is our tilt is a little bit has changed, as it should for our seasons right now, but you'll see later on it pretty much turns around to a northern hemisphere winter tilt. You know, even though we're not there yet, but you'll see how much it moves around. What else goes on here? Alright, play. Okay, 5-hour frame as usual. Pay attention. Here's another good note. In this area, you'll see everything always originates here. Our physical barrier is still there. Or energy barrier in this case, actually. If you need to know more about that, check out my most recent videos lately that have ISWA and you'll understand. But what I want to point out is watch how everything is centered pretty much, at least with your closed field lines, around blue. But then there's a shift right here. Now everything is going north of essentially the ecliptic plane. This is a side view, Earth, but we have 0 on the scale here. Now with closed field lines generally will stay centered around 0. Well, everything is now headed north. In this case it is north of the ecliptic plane. I'm going to keep moving back and forth, and it's right here is where it starts. Get the heavy electrical roping, double induction heating. As you can see, the tilt is now changed, so that means if you're using a compass, you will see that the sun will rise in a drastically different place than it did a few hours, say 24 hours before. You know, your sunrise is now, and you know, I'm East Coast United States, so it's 11:45 p.m. But if you're, you know, it's 6:45 or 7:45 where you live now a.m. and the sun is rising, northern hemisphere, of course. And 24 hours before, you would have noticed quite a few degrees of difference in the location the sun rose between those 2 days. That's called earth wobble. Many reasons for that. Alright, so here's, and to pay attention again now, all our closed field lines have all been pushed north. Here's 0. The first one's at +6. You know, they're all pushed north. So, no, nothing's going on. Everything's just normal behind Earth. Okay, sure. Nothing going on. Wow, check out, even blue signature is pulled north. Usually it's centralized on 0. Density is all pushed north too. Alright, so here you go. We all know the reason for closed field lines at this point. If you don't, there's lots of videos I've made. Of course, Angry Catfish Briggs has made many videos on that as well. Here's a push in the center, and then electrically wraps around it. It's amazing how that happens. So that's the battleground. That's the battleground between blue, our IMF signature. Here's the decent thing of it. Everything's so distorted right now magnetically, so this is a blue IMF signature that stands alone from Earth electrically. Magnetically, it is not connected to Earth. So this is the reason for all this, among other reasons, but this signature is the reason for why right here you'll see stuff like this. Uh, so we have the closed field lines that are coming from the North Pole of the Earth and coming and wrapping, coming back in towards Earth and then going back out. Well, it's because you have an energy field here, another planet. It's it's I say it's smaller than Earth because its whole field can be encompassed inside Earth's magnetosphere. So the signature itself is compressed, but it's still encompasses. You can see generally it'll be about 15 to negative 15, and our magnetosphere is wider than that. So it's an indication of size for that magnetic signature or planetary body that's been back there for a while. Earth has been pushing against it right here. Here's the beginning of a push where they're kind of centralized below it, below zero plane, and then turn around and come up over here on top of zero plane. So that only happens unless the field is influenced by an energy or physical barrier. In this case, we have an energy barrier with magnetic signature, which this is the best we got right now with all this what's going on. You can tell how many miles wide all these signatures are by just taking everything's in RE, Earth radius, which is 3,963 miles across the equator of the Earth. So you just take that number times this number here. It doesn't matter zero or negative, but 3,963 times 30, and you got your number. You can do the math. Distance from Earth is measured as well, the exact same way. Anyways, this information is coming from satellites in space. They're on the... Now, it's not GOES 13 and 14 anymore. They have been upgraded to newer satellites, 15 and 16. There's east and west. There's all kinds of things going on. So these circles are indicating as well that something is there. These little loops. Because if nothing was there, they wouldn't be there. And if nothing was there, we wouldn't be seeing closed field lines at all. Except for right here and right here. These are normal because energy barrier here, energy barrier in the, as in the IMF lines. Well, no, I take that back. In the back, they're there because the energy is coming in the front and going out the back. So you have the energy there as the field so closed. But these closed field lines should not be there unless another magnet is there, and which it is, and that magnet is right there. Here's its signature. Okay, I've gone over that enough, but I just wanted to show you the interesting that all the closed field lines got pushed north and south individually at different times in this 5-hour clip I showed you. So enjoy a little tutorial. And these field lines are bending like this because of that same barrier, that same magnetic signature, planetary body behind us. See, it even encroaches in, and it's pushing against Earth too, as well as Earth pushing against it. It's labeled as blue IMF because that's just the way the model is set up. So learn scientifically, specifically the playlist, the motion of everything a field defined, and there's another playlist of the motion. What is it? The motion of the field. Both those I recommend because one is good for kind of figuring out some of the space stuff, and the other is great for kind of understanding Earth and how things work, solar system, magnetic fields in motion. This playlist and this playlist, the motion of everything at field defined. He's got lots of other ones in here too that are, if you want to get into, like Einstein debunked and stuff like that, which I'm personally say he is as well. Tesla's would have had it correct, but he evidently wasn't strong enough to fend off the competitors, or was manipulated or bankrupted or whatever. But Tesla was correct, not Einstein. Don't argue with me on my channel. I don't care. In my comment section, I'm not going to engage you on that. You can. It's your opinion, just like I have mine. All right. All right. So enjoy your Saturday evening. Till the next one.